I'm Josh.
I'm Banks. Odd
This is
Places.
Odd Places, going viral. What you got, Banks?
Zoom. Zoom,
Zoom.
Zoom.
You want to go somewhere fast? What are you talking?
Zoom. No, I mean, half of my communication is Zoom now.
Okay. And? Isn't that awesome?
Yeah, I mean, I would rather see someone in person, personally.
Still.
Yeah.
You haven't gotten over that yet?
I like people. I like to see people. They're so much more dynamic when they're alive in person in front of you instead of.
But you can still see people. You can listen to them. You can see them. The only thing you can't do through Zoom, you can't smell them and you can't touch them or taste them.
Okay. I get it. However, Zoom has a little bit of a delay, and sometimes it jitters. So sometimes it like jumps. Sometimes it stops, and sometimes the connection is unstable.
That happens in person also. Sometimes the connection's unstable. It sputters. It gets awkward.
Okay, I'll agree with you on that. I will definitely agree with you on that. I don't know. I like the real thing. I like real Coke. I really don't drink Coke. However, I like the real Coke.
I don't take you as a soda drinker for sure.
No, I'm a heavy. You know what I am? I'm a heavy water drinker.
That's good. Me too. I don't put the corrosive stuff inside. Yeah.
Like what? Like.
Well, stuff that eats rust off of metal, like soda.
What is actually in it that makes it do that? What is
phosphoric acid? Is what's
really?
In. Yeah.
Is that what like bubbles up in your throat when you drink it? And
that's the carbonation. But there's phosphoric acid, caramel colors usually, and the carbonation is the bubble. Yeah.
So I want to be there. I don't want to be virtual. My choice. Be there. Okay. 2, I guess Zoom. 3, phone call, or Zoom, Facebook Live, not Facebook Live, but FaceTime. There's just something better than, because when you're there with somebody, you get to smell them and taste them and touch them.
But have you ever considered quantity over quality? Think how many more people you can meet through Zoom that you can't meet realistically in person.
Okay. So here's the problem. The problem is I have not learned the metric for Zoom yet, which means the micro expressions that you are giving off, because it's off a little bit. The timing. Stop it. The timing is off a little bit, which means that I can't read you. I mean, it's difficult. I'm having to check my metrics, figure it out, and then start all over again. And it's a learning curve.
Okay, I have faith in you. You can learn it. It's like learning how to talk again.
Yes, I am learning how to read people, basically, again. The whole concept of. Go ahead.
It's like a rebirth. It's like you're being born again. How awesome.
It is. I still like the real thing. I still want to be there in person. I still want to dance with somebody. I want to dance with somebody.
That's a good song. But you're being nostalgic now. You're just talking about the old days. Stop it. You might as well talk about phonographs and telegrams. Like, come on. What are you, a flapper? We don't need to go back that far. Meeting people in person is so 2019. Forget about it. It's gone. Let's get into the new era. Come on, Grandpa.
Okay. So the new era is that we meet people virtually. Is that what it is?
Yeah, and it's okay. It's groovy.
Okay, I had a blind date last week. Blind date. A friend of mine reached out to me and said, "Hey, thanks. I want you to meet this person." I'm like, "Okay."
Blind people are cool. I got no problem with them.
And it was okay. It was okay. It was a person I had never met before. I think what I liked about it more than anything was that the anticipation of it of like, oh my gosh, I'm going to go out and meet somebody new. That is what that pulled me into it the
Now,
most.
that was in person, correct? That was in person?
Yes, that was in person, outside.
Okay. Now, had that been Zoom, how would it have been different? So she's blind, she couldn't see you, but otherwise you guys can talk about anything you want.
We can. We can. We can. Here's the thing. I don't think I've ever had a blind date with a blind person before.
Let me ask you a question. Did you
Okay.
taste, without getting graphic, I don't need to know details.
I didn't taste her.
You know what? I shouldn't even
I didn't
ask.
taste her. I did not
Okay,
taste
you
her.
didn't taste her. Did you
Smell
touch
her?
her?
I did not touch her.
Okay.
No, I touched her elbow. We did elbow to elbow.
All right. Yeah, that doesn't count. Did you smell her?
At one point, yes, she smelled clean. At one point, the wind wafted my way from
All right. All
her
right.
way.
That's the
So
only thing you would have missed out on is the smell, the waft of
the
her
okay,
cleanliness.
so the nostalgic micro expressions that I could read because I was there. Was that was the killer. That was like, oh my God, I can tell when I'm boring her immediately. It's not like a delayed.
Come on, you can still tell that over Zoom. There might be a little delay, but it's not that far. It's not that different.
Okay.
The
There
smell,
is,
I will grant you the smell. You wouldn't have
okay.
wafted her. You wouldn't have gotten the waft. That's
I,
fine.
I I would not have. She would have been. I mean, yeah, I would have not gotten that. And until they come up with smell-o-vision. I mean, they have been talking about it. Come on.
Yeah, I've heard that term before. That's what my grandmother used to call it when I farted. She says, "Oh, there's smell-o-vision." I don't know.
Oh, oh,
I don't know if she was the originator of smell-o-vision, but
that's where it goes to for you. Um,
yeah.
so I want the old stuff back. I do. I mean, I will go forward. I do business on Zoom. I do business on the phone. I do business virtually. I want the person right there. I want
Right.
that.
That's okay. Just don't get too caught up in it. Don't get trapped there. Don't get trapped in the past. Is all my advice is. Enjoy it. Have nostalgia. Think it back to your LP records and your
Okay. Okay. So you think that
VHS.
okay. So you think that we're not going to go back to that. You think that we're going forward and we're going into a virtual life, virtual world.
I think for the most part, yes, I do.
Why?
I got a better question. Why not? So you can't smell someone quite as easily. All right. Why not?
Okay. All right. All right.
I'm
Okay.
thinking of efficiency. You're a fan of efficiency, if I remember correctly. You like efficiency.
I
What
do.
could be more efficient than call after call after call with people all around the world where you don't have to travel, you don't have to be tired, you don't have to put all that extra effort, wasted time. Traveling is wasted time to go meet someone. Why not?
All right. So on my way to meet someone, how about if I do the calling and the Zooming and the whatever? However,
Okay.
when I'm there with them. I get the feeling that you want to eliminate seeing people.
I wouldn't say eliminate. No, no. I do
All
like
right.
meeting people in person also.
So then how
I,
far, I mean, how far do you want to go? I mean, how far do you want to, you think that this is the future. We're going to be doing this for the rest of our lives.
I think what we're doing here, you and I over Zoom, I think is great. If we never meet again, I hope that's not the case. But if we were to never meet again, we would still, this is still powerful. This is still good stuff. I just don't want to discount this just because we can't meet in person.
All right. And I am poo-pooing the idea that I'd like to touch and smell and taste, as you say.
Yeah.
Yes, I do want to experience those senses when I'm around them. All right. So what happens if I do see people? I mean, and it's like so long. I mean, like an old girlfriend, let's say an old girlfriend and I bump into each other and we haven't seen each other because of this separation. I mean,
So you just brought up one very interesting point. You won't be able to bump into each other anymore without being in person. You miss the chance encounter. What are the chances you're going to be on the same Zoom call at the same time? That's like almost impossible.
All right, all right, all right. Let me just back up.
Uh,
Speaking of
I'll give
bumping
you
into
that.
people, speaking of bumping into people, Sunday I'm out bicycling on the trail, and lo and behold, I don't bump into them, but however we look. I look at this guy and this woman, and I'm like, I know you guys, and I knew them, and that rarely happens now. Usually, I have to focus on everything, be intentional.
Yeah. So I do like that happenstance. That's cool. A little bit of randomness, a little bit of surprise in life. That's like living on the edge.
Uh, however, pre-pandemic, you would go to a art gallery, you would go to a party, or you would go to dance, and you might bump into all these other friends, all these other
Yeah.
people that you knew. And I kind of miss that. I miss that happenstance. I miss like, who's going to be at this thing? Who can I
You
bump
must
into
actually
there?
like your friends. Some people don't want to bump into friends.
That's why they're my friends. I'm Banks.
I'm Josh.
Odd places going. Take it, Josh.
Viral. Why not?
Yeah.